Yo, Noswaith da. Thanks for watching again. I'm Nick and I'm back with another vlog reaction review, and I want to share with you something that's potentially exciting in the old Welsh movie world. So this morning at about 6:30, with me lying awake, I get a notification on the mobile phone and check it out, and it's a guy who I met a couple of years ago, one of the Yes Cymru groups up in Bangor, up in the north, sent me a link to this trailer, and it was about 6:30, so I was barely awake, so I kind of looked at the trailer and thought, yeah, okay, whatever, looks like a student film or whatever, just put it down. And then I had another couple more hours sleep, and then as the morning went on, I started to think about this trailer more, and this morning I went and checked it out, right? And I'm very excited about this film. Now, the first thing I'll say is I've got no idea who's done it. This afternoon, me and the film's Twitter account have had a little bit of communication on Twitter, just a tiny bit, but I've got no idea who she or he is who's done it, who they are who've done it. I don't know where they're from, don't know what their aim is, but I looked at the trailer again, and there's many things about it that I found encouraging. For all I know, right, so I'll just put a disclaimer out there, for all I know, this could be absolute gash, it could be awful, and it could be one of them amateur things that goes on Vimeo, and 2 years later it's got 150 views or whatever. But I'm not sure. So I'm just going to share with you the trailer now, and you can tell me what you think about it. So here it is.
It was a matter of standing up to defend
That's Owain Williams.
our land and our people. I was scared of them coming. I didn't know what the Secret Service would do to me, so I carried a gun with me.
Quotes by credible people in the industry.
Hmm? Nah, no.
So here's the first thing which I want to talk about. Plenty to say. First thing is, right there in front of you, the title. No ambiguity, no messing. Easy to understand, in the English language, tells you what the film's going to be about. Again, I don't know how big this is. It could be nothing, but that is something the Welsh films, no matter how big or small, don't do. The Welshman. Brilliant. Now, on that note, I was very encouraged by a tweet I saw about it also, which was from the account themselves, which was, and I'll share that with you, it was this tweet here. So someone's written to them, a woman called Fleer, saying every Welsh person needs to see this film. I agree. And what they've written back is something which I find encouraging, which is this. We're thinking people outside of Wales also need to watch our film to understand our history on our terms. Wow. Okay. As you can see, I've done that to it. I'm really liking the cut of their jib so far. I'm liking it a hell of a lot. The title of Welshman is a title that's not for people in Wales. Clearly it's not, because that's so ubiquitous, if that's the word, for us. But just like films like The Irishman and Braveheart or whatever, it's a simple title which tells you what the subject is going to be about. So that's the first thing that grabbed my attention. The second thing that I noticed was that it looks like they know what they're doing. It looks like they know what they're doing. Like, one of the reasons I don't make more Welsh documentaries is because I'm a bad videographer. Well, this guy isn't. This guy looks like this woman, looks like they know what they're doing, don't they? Look how clear that image is. And of course, I noticed it's got quotes, which is also a good sign. It means that credible people within the industry have watched it. Hugh Stevens, BBC Radio Cymru broadcaster. this person who's the writer of The Butterfly Effect, and I believe Cellular, the Jason Statham film, people in the industry have seen it and been quoted on it, which shows you that these guys are serious. Like, this is going to be a film. And just look at the cleanness and the beauty of these images. William McGregor, I think he's the guy who made that film Gwen, set in the north for Film Cymru recently. Wasn't my favourite film, but he's working for the BBC also. So people have seen it. People have recommended it. Now, also what we've got to talk about is the topic. That man, the Welshman, is Owain Williams, a vital man in the history of Welsh rebellion and insurrection. Now, I'm thinking that if these filmmakers deliver on their promise, which is that this is a film for people outside Wales to get a handle on Welsh history, this is a fabulous way to go about it. So hopefully, because this topic, Welsh resistance, the Welsh freedom fighters, the bombing of the dams and the Free Wales Army, and these guys, Mudiad Amin Cymru, always forget the name, apologies, terrible pronunciation, have only ever really been the subject of like comedy treatment, like in that Archer episode. And it's almost something you expect like Chris Morris to do, you know? But this looks like a serious treatment of a Welsh person who is Welsh nationalist, culturally, politically Welsh. And it's got conflict. It's got conflict in it. It's a clear, accessible, it looks like anyway, a clear, accessible story with identifiable themes about Welsh conflict. And when I tweeted these guys on a private message earlier, they said, we're speaking to a few companies now about how the film is going to be shown and distributed. So this doesn't sound to me like something that's going to be just chucked online for 150 people, 150 Welsh nationalists to go, yeah, isn't that amazing? This looks like, from what they're saying, from how they're hyping it up, as something they want people from outside Wales to see. Something people from outside Wales can look at and go, maybe this is a topic, Welsh nationalism, Welsh freedom fighting, if you want to call it that. Maybe this is a topic we need to be thinking about more seriously. Maybe this is a topic we need to be treating with more respect. I think that's encouraging, to say the least. Like I say, who knows what will happen with it. 19 hours ago, I'd never heard of it. And all of a sudden, now I'm mega excited for it. So keep an eye on this. I'm going to ask you, retweet their trailer. Stop retweeting people you hate. Stop retweeting the flipping, all these weird political parties and these weird YouTube channels who are against everything you stand for, right? Retweet these guys. Retweet their film. Share it. Tell it to your mates and go and see it or download it whenever you can and get a conversation going about it. Support the Welshman film. This is what I'll be doing. Keep an eye on my Twitter account, on this YouTube channel. I'm going to be covering it more, hopefully, the more I find out about it. Because from what I'm looking at so far, it's right up my street. Diolch.